you have an idea for a product. Maybe you jump straight into Figma, or you open Claude and start prompting. 2 hours later, you've got screens, but you can't explain why they're the right solution for your business and user goals. That's the problem Klarita solves. Klarita is a guided workspace for product designers. It walks you through structured discovery and design, from "I have an idea" to "here's a spec my team can build." Each phase builds on the last. AI helps you along the way, but you make every decision. To start, I'll create a new project. I'm calling it M100. It's a tracker for people doing 100-day challenges. Klarita drops me right into the explore phase. This is where I define the problem before I start solving it. The brief is the foundation. Klarita asks me to define the problem, who it's for, what success looks like, and what constraints I'm working with. Just the thinking I should be doing before I touch a design tool. I can use AI to check my work and see suggestions for improving the brief. AI might suggest how to better think about metrics that are appropriate for the business or user goals we defined, for instance. I hit save, and Klarita marks this as done. We can always come back and edit. Now we'll move on to describing our assumptions, the things we're treating as true without real proof yet. This is the stuff I haven't validated yet. I'll add a few and tag their risk level. Now I document what I already know and frame the core user need as a job to be done. Klarita reads my brief and can draft a jobs to be done statement. I can edit this or keep it as is. Last step in Explore. This is a quick snapshot of who I'm designing for. Not a full persona, just enough to keep the real person in focus. All 4 Explore activities are done. Klarita shows me a banner, ready to move to define. In the define phase, we start identifying the critical user journeys. We're describing the end-to-end path a user takes to get a task done. You can start by identifying the sequence of actions at a high level. You can also break down each action into a series of sub-steps within them. Next, we can work on defining some how might we's. These help you to reframe your insights into opportunities for creative solutions. And since the AI now has a sense of the problem you're trying to solve, you can ask it to make some suggestions. This is a great way to get you thinking differently and where innovative ideas might come to mind. Now you can explore some solution directions. Start drafting your ideas. You can also use AI to generate some. When you have a few solutions, you can use dot voting with your team to help you select from the different options on the table. Give each person the same number of votes, 3 in this case, so they can pick the ones that resonate with them. Next is writing a hypothesis. This is a specific statement about what we're building and our intended outcome. Klarita can draft a hypothesis based on how we've described our user problem and design direction, or we can write one up. We'll also describe what success looks like as a measurable outcome we can test with users. And that's the define phase done. I've gone from a broad problem to a specific testable bet. Now on to specify the design. We start off the design phase by doing some initial mapping of screens and flow. The flow map is similar to creating flowcharts. We'll start identifying each screen the user navigates to in their journey. In each place, we can identify elements on the screen. Then we can specify when one element leads to another place in the app. While we sketch out this flow, a flow map is generated for us. Next, we can commit to some design decisions about interaction models and our navigation approach. This helps us set boundaries and stay within the scope of what we've decided. We can also use this opportunity to make explicit what we will not be implementing, since many ideas may have emerged during our design exploration. The last step is to generate some ASCII wireframes. This is an ultra-lo-fi rendering of our screens that is really lower fidelity than wireframes. We do this to get a somewhat abstract view of the places in the flow that might be helpful when communicating the spec. It may also be helpful in passing off our design to an AI tool like Claude, Gemini, or Figma Make. At the end of this screen, you'll find a prompt assembled in Markdown format that you can paste directly in these tools to start building a prototype. Finally, you can export your project brief. Now you have a design brief and lightweight spec to start your design sprint. There's more to come from Klarita. I'm currently developing a design system tool that can be integrated with your projects in Figma or Claude Code. If you are interested in joining the beta group, sign up at Klarita.app.